Teriano, building bonds, building future.
Good morning everyone, I Gaurav Singh and welcomes you in the video lecture series where we will talk about the flow chart and diagram. Alright, so in the flow chart and diagram we will try to understand what exactly is the resources, what are some of the values of constitution, then what are the soil profile. So basically we will talk about two flow chart and two diagram. Alright, so you can see here, as you know, we are going to start the first flow chart, the diagram, that is soil horizon, you can say that, and the soil profile. As you know, soil profile is a vertical section of soil like the diagram, okay, above, and allow you to examine the structure of soil, जहाँ आपको ये पता चलता है कि soil का structure क्या होता है, ठीक है. A soil profile is divided into layers called horizons. Soil profile जो है वो किस में divide किया गया है, layers में, that is called horizon, and the main soil horizons are A, B, C and D. जो main soil horizon होते हैं वो A, B, C and D होते हैं. Alright. Most important for plant growth, जो soil profile होती है वो plant growth के लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा important होती है. Then you can say that above, मतलब A and B horizons are the top two layers of the soil. Alright, the A horizon where there is most soil life, and sometimes you can say that top soil is very much important for the growth of the plant. Alright, then also it depending upon on the soil, and a horizon can be further divided into the different layers, okay, which we are going to deal here. Okay, just wait. You can see this is the soil profile, or you can say that soil horizon. So this is the O horizon, which is organic. A, which is surface, it is organic materials are there, you can say that it's very much important for the growth of plant. Then A, surface, you can see here. B, subsoil. Then C is substratum, and R is bedrock. Okay, so its size also varies, okay, and you can say that its size depends upon its layer. लेयर सबसे नीचे जो होगा बेड रॉक में, उसकी साइज लंबी होगी, ज़्यादा बड़ी होगी, ओके. वेयर एज इफ़ यू विल गो फ्रॉम बॉटम टू टॉप, you will experience that its size getting reduced. Alright, so once again I am going to revise. So C horizon consists of what? Weathering rocks, means which is having capacity कि वो कमज़ोर होकर के वो टूट करके मिट्टी बन जाता है. Then the D horizon is bedrock. D जो bedrock है वो rock है, कहीं न कहीं पत्थर है. This is rock which was weathered to produce the soil you see above it. Unless the soil has been deposited from elsewhere, example floodplains content that has been carried down streams. Alright, and then you can see that the water, okay, and then deposited as the flood recedes. It means जब भी कभी फ्लड होती है तो उसके ऊपर ये क्या होता है, डिपॉजिट हो जाता है, दैट इज़ देयर. ऑलराइट, सो टॉप सॉइल इज़ ऑलवेज यूजफुल फॉर द growth of the plant, whereas bedrock is also, you can say that the rock which is weathered to produce the soil. Alright, ये टूट कर क्या होता है, मिट्टी बन जाती है. Alright, so I think up to here you were able to understand. So do it, okay. ये आप घर पे अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करें. Okay, might be possible it may be asked in your exam. Okay, A, B, C, D is the main horizon of the soil, or the, you can say, the soil profile. Alright. Then next point which we are having, the values of the constitution. This is from your book civics, okay, where we have taken this diagram. So two diagrams are basically there, okay, in your exam. Alright, so what is this? Basically this is for your examination point of view, and values of the constitution. What is the value of the constitution, you will able to understand. You can see here the different values of the constitution are given, like liberty, equality, fraternity, sovereignty, socialist, secular and democratic. Liberty means you are free, okay, you are free, you are having the liberal capacity to act, to perform, okay, anything, but it should not harm the people. All right, वो किसी दूसरे को नुकसान नहीं देना चाहिए. On that basis you can say that this is important. Then equality, there should not be any kind of discrimination in the society. So for that purpose there is a called equality. Equality is very much important. It is also mentioned in your preamble, जो आप भारत की प्रस्तावना है, संविधान की प्रस्तावना है. It is mentioned that is the a preamble. Then so that is the equality. Then I am talking about the fraternity. So what is fraternity? Fraternity in Hindi is called Bandhuta Bhaichara. So if you want to know about the fraternity, India used to follow the fraternity, okay, which is mentioned there in the Indian preamble, constitutional preamble. संविधान की जो पहली पंक्ति वो प्रस्तावना से शुरू होती है, और दिस इज़ ऑल्सो नोन एज द सोल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. संविधान का जो हृदय है, जो सार है, द समरी ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, दैट इज़ देयर इन द preamble. So fraternity is also one of the, you can say that, the value of the constitution. Alright, then we will talk about the sovereignty. What do you mean by sovereignty? So sovereignty means India is a sovereign country, okay, socialist country, secular country and democratic country. Sovereign means India, nobody can rule over the country. India is having its own power to make any kind of law, and no external forces can apply on that, okay. So you can say that this is about your sovereignty. Then I am talking about the socialist. Socialist means India is a country where the welfare is very much important. India is neither capitalist society nor socialist country, okay. It's a mixture of both. You can say that the socialist and as well as capitalist, and that is called the welfare society. India जो है वहाँ कल्याण की भाव है. लोग यहाँ पर जस्टिस मिलते हैं उनको, क्योंकि यहाँ पे सरकार जो है वो ना ज़्यादा फ़ायदे की बात करती है ना नुकसान की बात करती है, वो हमेशा पब्लिक के वेलफेयर के लिए बात करती है, बिकॉज इंडिया इज़ अ डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री. ऑलराइट, देन you will ask, sir, what is secular? So if I'll talk about the secular, it is already there in your chapter number 2 about the secularism. Secular means a state has no religion, means every citizen in the country is free to follow their own religion. They can practice their religion, nobody can interrupt, and it is also required that everyone can respect, and it is mandatory. If you can't help them, so you cannot criticize others' religion. So we need to respect others' religion as well. Suppose you are a Hindu and someone is Muslim, okay, so it is the responsibility of Hindu to respect the sentiment of the Muslims, and it is the responsibility of the Muslims to respect the religion of Hindu. Alright, so this is there. So you can say that state has no religion, government cannot impose any kind of religion to anyone. किसी पर भी government religion क्या करती है, impose नहीं कर सकती है. That is about the secular. Then about the democratic. So what do you mean democratic? It's very famous word. If you want to think, if you think about any subject, all right, or any matter about the country, that democracy plays very crucial role. क्या क्या democracy होता क्या है? So for that purpose you need to know कि democratic means a country where people plays very crucial role in the justification of their own life, prosperity, okay, and each and everything in their life. So you can say that democratic means, according to Abraham Lincoln, democratic country. What is democracy? Democracy is of the people, by the people, for the people. जनता का जनता के लिए और जनता का शासन है. It means whatever thing is there, it is decided by you. All right, you will take the decision about that, and nobody can stop, okay, while you are taking any kind of decision. All right, so in that you can understand that democracy means you are everything. It means people are everything, and they can play very crucial role. Either you are selecting or opting or electing your representative for the parliament, for the Lok Sabha, for the Vidhan Sabha, for the Rajya Sabha, upper house, lower house, whatever you want to say. But it is important. Your participation plays very crucial role, very important role. All right. So up to here, I think I am able to make you clear. what exactly both the diagram tries to say. दोनों डायग्राम क्या कहना चाहता है इसके बारे में हमने जानकारी आपको दे दी. Then one by one you can see, okay, constitution values, and you can say the preamble of the constitution. Have you read the preamble of Indian constitution? It is very much known. If you are going to study any book, so somehow there is national anthem will be there, that is Jana Gana Mana, or there will be the preamble, that is we the people of India having solemnly, हम भारत के लोग भारत को एक संपूर्ण प्रभुत्व संपन्न समाजवादी धर्मनिरपेक्ष, ऐसी चीज़ें आपको बुक के पहले पेज में लिखी हुई मिलेगी. It means there is that is called preamble, and that preamble suggests these things which we studies, that is liberty is there, equality is there, fraternity is there, sovereignty, socialist, secular, democratic. Okay, these things makes a very sense about the constitution, what constitution exactly tried to say. संविधान हमारा कहना क्या चाहता है इस चीज़ के बारे में आप you can learn from here only. All right, and you can say that most of the aspects have been already covered within the values of constitution. All right, then constitutional values are also explained by me, the fundamental values and the philosophy on which the constitution is based. मैंने बताया कि जो हमारा preamble है, on that it is dependent, that fundamental values and the philosophy is dependent upon the preamble. All right, then you can see that preamble also in a constitution is a brief introductory statement. It is the brief introductory statement. Okay, आपको इतना लिखना नहीं है, बट बस आपको ब्रीफ में ये समझना है कि ये डायग्राम को आप क्यों ले रहे हैं. एक तो सॉइल प्रोफाइल हो गई, दूसरी आपकी कौन सी हो गई, वैल्यू ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. तो इन सब चीज़ों का आप थोड़ा ख्याल रखें. ऑल राइट, and also one more thing I want to add here: sovereignty, socialism, secularism, democracy, republican character of the Indian state, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. All right, and then you can say the human dignity and the unity and integrity of the nation. Let us discuss these constitutional values. So we have already discussed about the constitutional values. What exactly is constitutional values? And these values like sovereignty I have already explained. Then we talked about the socialism, then also we talked about the secularism, then we talked about democracy. All right, then we talked about you can say that republic, then we talked about justice, then liberty is there, then equality is there. All right, fraternity is there, then you can say the dignity of the individual, it is also mentioned there. Unity and integrity of the nation, it is also there. One more thing I want to say about the unity and integrity of the nation. So you can see here, as we have seen above, the fraternity also promotes one of the critical values, that is unity and integrity of the nation. It means to maintain the independence of the country, enact what the unity of integrity of the nation are very essential. So unity and integrity is very essential and very important for what? For nation, for a country. All right, so that is there. Therefore you can say that stress has been given, all right, for fostering unity amongst all its inhabitants of the country. All right, so the constitution also expects from all the citizens of the India to uphold the protect and unity and integrity, all right, of the India as a matter of duty. So it is our duty to maintain the integrity and unity of the country. Okay, then we also talked about the international peace and just international order. ये भी है, तो आपको डायग्राम बनाना है, डायग्राम में जितना हो पाए डिस्कस करें, अदर नो इशू, यू हैव टू मेक द डायग्राम ओनली. ऑलराइट, foster respect for international law and treaty obligations. All right, encourage settlement of international disputes by arbitration to promote the international peace and security. So these things can be understand, okay, while you go to study about the international peace and security. So it is also there, and these things are the really value of what value of our constitution. Then we are having the next, that is called flow chart. So basically we are having two flow chart. One is types of resources, and then second one is the types of minerals. Alright, these are basically two types of two diagrams which will be there hardly in your exam. So it is your responsibility to understand whatever I am trying to say. Alright, so types of resources. As you know, what is resources? I have already told you in the geography class. Resources, whatever is given by the God and whatever we are making for our own benefit, that is called resources. And for the resources, we are having the different approach. Suppose if I am talking about the coal, so we used to extract the coal from the earth, okay, surface. Then if I'll talk about the water, so we used to extract, it is also in the oceanic format and is also there in the freshwater or glaciers format. Alright, so types of resources. As the resources, you can see here, as the resources of physical material that humans need and value, such as land, air and water. So resources are characterized as renewable or non-renewable. Renewable resources can be, okay, replenish itself at the rate it is used, which while our non-renewable resources has limited supply. Alright, so you can say that renewable can be regenerated, non-renewable is having the limited supply, it cannot be regenerated again and again. Alright, then renewable resources also includes timber, wind and solar, while non-renewable resources includes coal and natural gas. Natural gas and coal generally used to take too much time to prepare. That's why you can say that this is renewable and this is called non-renewable. It cannot be easily renewed. So now this is the flow chart which you have to understand. Okay, from one by one I want to deal. That is the types of resources. That is the natural, human or human made. So in the natural we have segregated, that is the based on origin, based on utility, based on level of development, based on distribution. So on that basis you can understand that the three categories of three types of resources. One is natural, human and human made. So natural is basically based on origin. If you talk about the origin, so there is biotic, abiotic. Biotic means जो सजीव होते हैं उसे biotic बोलते हैं, जो निर्जीव होते हैं उसे abiotic बोलते हैं, जैसे plant, animals, these are the biotics. And if I'll talk about the air, temperature, water, these are some of the called abiotic. So the examples are also put here, over here. That is the plants, animals, kingdom, these are called biotic. Whereas if I'll talk about air, water, sun, etc., then it is abiotic. Alright, so it is based on origin. If I'll talk about the based on utility, utility means उपयोगिता के आधार पर आप किस तरह से उसका उपयोग और उपभोग करते हैं, उसके बारे में अगर जानना हो, उस आधार पर जो हमारा नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज यानी जो हमारा प्राकृतिक संपदा है वो दो भागों में बांटा गया, दैट इज रिन्यूएबल एंड नॉन रिन्यूएबल. सो रिन्यूएबल मीन्स सोलर, विंड एटसेट्रा, दिस कैन बी रिन्यूड अगेन एंड अगेन. But if I'll talk about the non-renewable, fossil fuels, minerals, it is unlimited. Okay, so it has some limitations. We cannot exceed its use. All right. Then, based on level of development, so potential and actual. All right. So potential and actual is to other based of development. That is, solar energy is having the potential, means it is having potential, but if we are not using, so it is not considered as a potential. Alright, इसके अंदर इतनी क्षमता होती है जिसका हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पर दिक्कत क्या आती है कि हम लोग सोलर एनर्जी को यूज़ कर नहीं पा रहे हैं अच्छी तरह से, विंड एनर्जी को अच्छे से यूज़ कर नहीं पा रहे हैं. Alright, tidal energy, still we are unable to utilize those tidal energies. Okay, as you know, China is using the tidal energy as of now. Alright. Then about the actual resources, types of resources, because it is based on development. So I've already told you fuel energy, wind energy, etc. These are some of the actual energy. Okay, so its definition is already given in the book, and most of the time I used to prefer it. Alright, so you can understand from here. Then the next point is based on distribution. So based on distribution, localized and ubiquitous. Localized means which is available on a particular location. Okay, but whenever we'll talk about the ubiquitous, ubiquitous means it is available all around the world. You cannot say that it is, suppose I'm talking about the Panna. So Panna is located in Madhya Pradesh where we used to extract the डायमंड. ऑलराइट, पन्ना किस चीज़ के लिए फेमस है? डायमंड के लिए. लेकिन अगर मैं बोलूँ कि हवा सिर्फ ग्वालियर में है, इज इट पॉसिबल? नो. वाई? बिकॉज एयर, सॉइल, विंड, these are the ubiquitous resources and ubiquitous resources are always available everywhere. Alright, so I hope you understood. Again I am going to revise, but before that one by one, types of resources: natural, human, human made. So in the natural, based on origin, based on utility, based on level of development, based on distribution, इस तरह से हमने देखा. तो बायोटिक, अबायोटिक, रिन्यूएबल, नॉन रिन्यूएबल, पोटेंशियल, एक्चुअल, लोकलाइज, यूबिक्विटस, इस तरह की चीज़ों का आपने यहाँ पे गेस किया और समझा. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज समथिंग अबाउट द टाइप्स ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. तो फ्लो चार्ट में आपको इसको करना है और अच्छे से करना है. डोंट फॉरगेट टू डू इट दिस फ्लो चार्ट. Then we are having the types of minerals. Types of minerals we have to do. You can see types of minerals. Alright, so minerals, what is basically minerals? Minerals are those material which is available, okay, in the either in the crust, or you can say that in the ground or inside the earth. Alright, we used to extract it out. मिनरल्स, जैसे वाटर में भी मिनरल्स होते हैं, हमारे ओर्स जो होते हैं वो भी मिनरल्स में आते हैं. ऑलराइट, मिनरल्स बेसिकली जो होते हैं वो दो तरह के, तीन तरह के होते हैं: मेटलिक, नॉन मेटलिक और एनर्जी मिनरल्स. सो नॉन मेटलिक कौन सा हो गया? मेटलिक्स आर ऑल्सो हैविंग थ्री बेसिक टाइप्स. वन इज फेरस, नॉन फेरस एंड प्रेशियस. ऑलराइट, फेरस मीन्स कंटेंस आयरन, आयरन, मैग्नीज, निकेल एक्सेट्रा, दीज आर द फेरस. जिस भी मिनरल्स के अंदर लोहा होता है उसे फेरस बोलते हैं. जिसमें लोहा नहीं होता है दैट इज़ कॉल्ड नॉन फेरस. उसके अंदर आप देख सकते हो कि कॉपर, लेड, टिन, बॉक्साइड, दीज आर सम ऑफ द मिनरल्स विच इज़ नॉन फेरस इन नेचर. ऑलराइट, देन द प्रीशियस metallic minerals, that is called gold, silver, platinum. These are some of the precious metals, okay, and you can say that the minerals. And three types of metallic minerals are there. I have already explained. One is ferrous, non-ferrous and precious. In the ferrous there will be iron, in the non-ferrous there will not be iron. In precious it will be gold, platinum, silver. Alright, whereas in the ferrous there is iron, manganese, nickel. In the non-ferrous, copper, lead, tin, bauxite, etc. Then in the non-metallic, the second category of minerals, it is non-metallic. इसमें metal नहीं होगा, non का मतलब नहीं होगा. Mica, salt, potash, limestone, sandstone, marble, etc. आप ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि इसके अंदर आप माइका रख सकते हैं, सॉल्ट रख सकते हैं, नमक जिसको बोलते हैं, पोटास, लाइमस्टोन, ओके, सैंडस्टोन, मार्बल. These are the types of non-metallic minerals. Then we are having energy minerals. So what do you know energy minerals? Energy minerals are the minerals which is used to create the energy, to use to burn and create the energy. So you can ask me, sir, which kind of metallic, energy minerals are there? So one is coal, petroleum, natural gas, CNG, alright, kerosene oil. So these are some of the energy minerals. Okay, so once again I'm going to repeat whatever I taught here about the minerals. So minerals are basically bifurcated or divided into three categories. One is metallic, non-metallic and energy. Alright, so what is the metallic? Metallic is further classified into three categories. One is ferrous, non-ferrous and precious. You can also take the screenshot of it. Alright, and you can also remember it and learn it, and you can also revise it because definitely it will be there. So ferrous contains iron. Example, iron, manganese, nickel are there in the ferrous. Then about the non-ferrous, it does not contain copper, lead, tin, bauxite, etc. whereas the precious minerals, that is called silver, gold, platinum. Okay, then if we'll talk about the non-metallic, so in the non-metallic, mica, salt, potash, limestone, sandstone, marble, etc. All right, so that is there. Then energy minerals are basically coal, petroleum, natural gas. So these are the types of minerals. So once again, if I'll ask you, this is the types of minerals. Then we talked about the types of resources. Then before that, we talked about the different types of resources. And before that, we talked about the what? Values of constitution. You will able to see that is the values of constitution, where we talked about the values of constitution, in that liberty, equality, fraternity, sovereignty, socialist, secular, democratic, all the points we used to we tried to cover here. All right, इसको वन बाय वन आप ऐसे समझ सकते हो. ये पहला, you can take the screenshot and you can also read it. Then values of constitution, इसमें आप देख सकते हो किस तरह से प्रिम्बल को मैंने बताया है. Then you can go with the different parts which I used to cover, that is sovereignty is there. So you can also take the screenshot and you can also read it once again. You can also jot down in your notebook. It depends up to you. Then some of the features of sovereignty. Then we did the different socialism. Okay, so we talked about the socialism. Then we talked about secularism and the different values of secularism. We did it here. Then democracy, it is also done. Then republic, it is done. All right. Then I did justice. Justice क्या होता है? We have already explained the previous chapters as well. All right. Then we talked about the liberty, equality, fraternity. All right. The dignity of individual. So and the unity and integrity of the nation. So all that thing we used to cover here. Okay, by the various approach. All right. So I think up to here I am able to make you clear. Just wait. I am going back. So now once again I would like to revise once again कि हमने फ्लो चार्ट देखा और डायग्राम देखा. फ्लो चार्ट में हमने दो तरह के फ्लो चार्ट देखे. पहला क्या देखा हमने कि सॉइल होराइजन, एंड सेकंड वन वाज द values of constitution. Then we are having another two flow chart. One is types of resources and second is the types of minerals. So we did basically two flow chart and two diagram. All right, so listen, soil horizon, it comes under the diagram. All right, after the soil horizon, value of constant, it will also come in the diagram. Then you will ask, sir, what will be there in the flow chart? So just wait, I am talking about the flow chart. So in the flow chart there will be types of resources, it will be in the flow chart, and the types of minerals. Okay, so this will be in your flow chart. All right, so basically we tried to cover all the things like two flow chart and two diagrams. So you have to prepare well, neat and clean while you are going to write in the examination. Okay, and again one more thing I would like to mention कि in the previous video you may have seen about the map. So in that map you need to know how to locate the resources on a particular place. अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ इंडिया में कोयला है तो इंडिया के पास आपको कोल लिखना है, नंबर डालना है, ठीक है. अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ नेचुरल गैस अगर कनाडा में मिल रहा है तो आप कनाडा को अंडरलाइन करेंगे. इस तरह से आप क्वेश्चन की तैयारी करें. एंड आई होप you will enjoy the examination in the paper. All right, so all the very best all of you for your upcoming examination. Thank you very much.